Okay, one little tidbit that I stumbled onto last night is the fact that apparently later versions, later generations of this thing had a different gearbox on top of the spindle to increase the speed pretty significantly. So I've seen pictures of these where they have this thinner gearbox and pictures where they have a much fatter gearbox and another gear selector on the top, and it appears to be a range selector. So that's one of the top things that I'm thinking about right now is how to get more speed out of this thing. So one idea is possibly making an adapter gearbox to set on top of this one to give me a high range essentially. The other idea I've been thinking about is using the old Model T transmission that came with one of my Logan lathes and using it to get a speed increase to the input of this machine, because the reality is I think even the shaper is a little bit on the slow side, maybe a lot on the slow side for that matter, but that's the 150 strokes is its max, to 25 is its minimum strokes on the slaughter shaper. So I mean that's really, if I remember correctly, not a whole lot as far as shapers are concerned for what this is, being limited to a 6-inch stroke. So the other thing is I wanted to ask you guys a question as far as if you guys want me to sit down and tell you the story, the long drawn out story of how it came to be that I wound up getting this thing. Probably wind up being a, I don't know, 2 or 3 part video, but let me know if you guys are interested. If there's, a few people that want to hear it, I'll sit down and tell it. Otherwise it might just be too boring. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of video on this thing today. There's probably going to be one other video. I want to try and make some chips with it since it's in running condition. I need to clean up the ways yet and get them moving a little more freely, and then I'll do that. But I've got a couple of other non-machining related things that I need to do today also. I've got to get the trailer back to the buddy I borrowed it from. I've got another friend who I've got to put sway bar end links on a minivan for, and on top of all that, the day before I left to go get this thing, I started to recognize that my toilet flange was leaking, so I'm kind of tired of shitting in a bucket. I think I need to fix my